Have you ever wondered if the symbols around you could be influencing your life in ways you don't even realize? Throughout history, certain symbols have carried hidden meanings, some tied to darkness, chaos, and spiritual deception. They've appeared in rituals, secret societies, and stories of temptation, leaving behind a trail of mystery and fear. What if these symbols are subtly affecting your thoughts, emotions, or spiritual energy? In this video, we'll uncover 6 of the most infamous symbols that many believe should be removed for a more peaceful and positive life. From the pentagram's dark associations to the serpent's role as a symbol of temptation, each symbol has a story that could change how you see the world around you. Get ready to dive into their true meanings, uncover their potential dangers, and take control of your spiritual space. This is a journey you won't want to miss. Symbol 1. The pentagram. The pentagram is one of the most recognizable and controversial symbols in spiritual and occult practices. It consists of a 5-pointed star enclosed within a circle and has held various meanings throughout history. The symbol's origins can be traced back thousands of years to ancient civilizations like Mesopotamia and Babylon. In those times, the pentagram was seen as a symbol of balance, harmony, and protection. Each point of the star represented one of the 5 classical elements: earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. It was believed to offer spiritual protection and ward off negative forces. In early Christian traditions, the pentagram was used to represent the 5 wounds of Christ suffered during the crucifixion. This interpretation made it a symbol of sacrifice, divine protection, and faith. During the Middle Ages and Renaissance, the pentagram symbolized human mastery over the physical and spiritual realms. It was embraced by scholars and philosophers who sought enlightenment and balance, often seen as a marker of wisdom and divine truth. However, the symbol's meaning shifted over time. In its inverted form, with a single point facing downward, the pentagram became associated with rebellion and defiance. The downward-pointing star symbolized the triumph of earthly desires over spiritual truth. This inversion marked the pentagram's transition from a protective symbol to one representing chaos and spiritual rebellion. It began to be associated with witchcraft, dark rituals, and satanic practices. In modern times, the Church of Satan, founded by Anton LaVey in 1966, adopted the inverted pentagram as its official emblem. This cemented its association with Satanism and further darkened its public perception. The inverted pentagram became a prominent feature in horror films, heavy metal music, and countercultural fashion, where it was often used to signify rebellion, chaos, and defiance against religious authority. Despite its cultural normalization in some circles, many spiritual leaders and religious practitioners caution against using the pentagram, especially in its inverted form. They argue that the symbol can act as a spiritual gateway, inviting negative energies or demonic forces into one's life. Some believe that even displaying the symbol innocently or unknowingly can create a spiritual imbalance or lead to unexplained fear, anxiety, or unrest. For those who wish to remove spiritual negativity from their lives, removing pentagram-related imagery is often a crucial first step. Cleansing one's space with prayer, incense, or holy water can further help dispel any lingering negative energy. Whether one sees the pentagram as a historical symbol of protection or a gateway for dark forces, its profound spiritual history and associations cannot be ignored. Understanding its origins and meanings is key to making an informed decision about whether to keep or remove this powerful symbol from your life. Symbol 2. The evil eye. The evil eye is a symbol that has been recognized and feared for thousands of years across multiple cultures. Its origins trace back to ancient Mesopotamia, Greece, and Rome, with the belief that a malevolent glare, whether intentional or unintentional, could cause misfortune, illness, or even death. Over time, the evil eye evolved into a powerful symbol that has been both feared and worn as a talisman for protection. Despite its popularity, Many spiritual leaders argue that the symbol may invite negative energies rather than repel them. In ancient mythology, the concept of the evil eye revolved around the belief that envy or jealousy could manifest harmful energy directed at the person being envied. It was thought that even an innocent glance from someone harboring resentment could cause bad luck or misfortune. To counter this perceived threat, amulets featuring an eye enclosed in a circle were created to reflect or absorb the negative energy before it could harm the wearer. The symbol became especially popular in Mediterranean and Middle Eastern cultures, with variations of the amulet appearing in jewelry, art, and architecture. One of the most common depictions of the evil eye is a blue or black eye set against a white background. Blue was traditionally chosen because it was believed to offer spiritual protection and symbolize the sky, which represented divine vigilance. In some cultures, it was thought that blue-eyed individuals were more prone to casting the evil eye because of their rarity, adding an extra layer of mystique to the symbol. Despite its reputation as a protective talisman, wearing or displaying the evil eye may carry unintended consequences. Some spiritual authorities suggest that relying on the symbol shifts one's focus from divine trust to superstition, creating spiritual vulnerability. By depending on a physical object for protection, individuals may unknowingly open themselves up to fear, paranoia, and anxiety, energies that can attract even more negativity into their lives. Moreover, some believe that the evil eye symbol can act as a spiritual conduit, drawing attention to envy and jealousy rather than neutralizing it. The very act of wearing or displaying the symbol may serve as an invitation for others to cast harmful energy, especially if the wearer becomes overly dependent on the amulet's perceived protective power. For those who are concerned about the spiritual implications of the evil eye, removing it from their possessions or wardrobe can be a significant step towards spiritual clarity and peace. Rather than relying on a physical object for protection, individuals are encouraged to turn to prayer, meditation, or other forms of spiritual practice that promote trust in divine guidance. Cleansing rituals such as burning sage or using holy water can further help eliminate any lingering negative energies associated with the symbol. Ultimately, the evil eye is a complex symbol with a long and varied history. Whether viewed as a protective talisman or a potential source of spiritual unrest, understanding its deeper meaning can help individuals make informed decisions about whether to embrace or remove it from their lives. Symbol 3. The inverted cross. The inverted cross is a highly controversial symbol with a history steeped in both religious reverence and dark associations. While it has been adopted as a symbol of rebellion, mockery of Christianity, or even demonic power, the origins of the inverted cross are not inherently negative. Its meaning has evolved over centuries, making it one of the most misunderstood symbols in spiritual and cultural contexts today. Historically, the inverted cross is rooted in the story of Saint Peter, one of Jesus Christ's apostles. According to Christian tradition, Saint Peter was martyred in Rome during the reign of Emperor Nero. When sentenced to crucifixion, Peter requested to be crucified upside down because he felt unworthy to die in the same manner as Jesus. This act of humility and deep faith transformed the inverted cross into a symbol of devotion, sacrifice, and unworthiness before Christ. For centuries, this association remained strong within the Christian Church, and the inverted cross was even used as a symbol of papal authority, appearing on the back of the Pope's chair. However, in more modern times, the inverted cross has undergone a significant reinterpretation. During the 19th and 20th centuries, with the rise of occultism, Satanism, and anti-Christian sentiment, the inverted cross began to be adopted as a symbol of rebellion against religious authority. It came to represent the rejection of Christian teachings and a mockery of Christ's crucifixion. This association was further amplified by horror films and heavy metal music, where the inverted cross became a recurring visual motif to evoke fear, darkness, and evil. The Church of Satan, founded by Anton LaVey in the 1960s, popularized the inverted cross in its rituals and imagery. It became a symbol of defiance, individualism, and the rejection of divine authority. In popular culture, the inverted cross became synonymous with satanic practices, demonic possession, and spiritual corruption. This new interpretation fueled widespread fear and confusion, leading many to believe that the symbol itself carries negative or dark energies. Many spiritual leaders caution against displaying or wearing the inverted cross, especially for those seeking spiritual peace or divine protection. Some argue that its modern associations with dark forces can unintentionally invite negative energies into one's life. By embracing the inverted cross, even unknowingly, individuals may open themselves up to spiritual confusion, unrest, or even fear. For those who feel uncomfortable with the inverted cross or its potential spiritual implications, removing it from their lives can be a powerful step toward reclaiming peace and clarity. Cleansing rituals such as prayer, meditation, or the use of holy water can further help dispel any negative energies associated with the symbol. In conclusion, while the inverted cross once symbolized humility and deep devotion to Christ, its meaning has been distorted over time. Understanding its complex history and spiritual implications can help individuals decide whether to embrace or remove this symbol from their lives for greater spiritual alignment. Symbol 4. The Baphomet. The Baphomet is one of the most infamous symbols associated with occultism, dark magic, and satanic rituals. Often depicted as a winged, goat-headed humanoid figure with both male and female characteristics, the Baphomet has become a powerful symbol of rebellion, mysticism, and spiritual chaos. Its origins, however, are more complex than its modern association with evil would suggest. To understand its significance today, one must explore its history, evolving symbolism, and spiritual dangers. The origins of the Baphomet can be traced back to medieval Europe, particularly during the time of the Knights Templar. In the 14th century, the Knights Templar, a powerful Christian military order, were accused of heresy by the Catholic Church. Among the charges was the claim that the Templars worshipped a mysterious figure known as Baphomet, a name believed to be a distorted version of Muhammad, the medieval European term for the prophet Muhammad. While these accusations were likely fabricated as a political tool to disband the Templars and seize their wealth, the name Baphomet became synonymous with heretical and secret worship. The modern depiction of Baphomet as a goat-headed deity can be credited to 19th-century French occultist Eliphas Levi. In his book Dogme et Ritual de la Haute Magie, Dogma and Ritual of High Magic, Levi introduced a striking illustration of the figure that would become the iconic image of Baphomet. Levi's Baphomet was a composite being, representing a union of opposites, male and female, human and animal, light and dark. He described the figure as a symbol of balance, reconciliation, and esoteric wisdom. Despite Levi's spiritualized interpretation, the image carried an unsettling aura that made it ripe for darker reinterpretations. In the 20th century, the Baphomet was adopted as a symbol of Satanism. The Church of Satan, founded by Anton LaVey in 1966, incorporated the Baphomet into its official emblem. In this context, Baphomet came to represent individualism, rebellion against religious authority, and the rejection of conventional morality. Its goat-like features were interpreted as a mockery of the biblical Lamb of God, further solidifying its association with anti-Christian sentiment. The Baphomet became a visual shorthand for the satanic and the forbidden, frequently appearing in horror films, heavy metal music, and occult literature. Many spiritual leaders and religious practitioners caution against displaying or invoking the image of Baphomet. They argue that it is not merely a symbolic figure, but a potential conduit for dark and chaotic energies. Even those who engage with the figure casually may find themselves drawn to fear, confusion, or spiritual unrest. The unsettling nature of Baphomet's imagery can invite an atmosphere of rebellion, negativity, and spiritual imbalance into one's life. For those seeking spiritual clarity and peace, it is often recommended to remove any images or representations of Baphomet from their surroundings. Cleansing the space with prayer, holy water, or incense can help dispel any lingering negative energies. Ultimately, understanding the dark and complex history of the Baphomet is crucial for making informed decisions about its place, or lack thereof, in one's spiritual life. Symbol 5. The All-Seeing Eye. The All-Seeing Eye, also known as the Eye of Providence, is a symbol with ancient origins that has been interpreted in various ways across different cultures and spiritual traditions. Depicted as an eye often enclosed within a triangle and sometimes surrounded by rays of light, the all-seeing eye is most commonly recognized as a symbol of divine watchfulness, spiritual awareness, and protection. However, in modern times, it has also become associated with conspiracy theories, secret societies, and even occult practices, leading some to view it as a symbol of control or manipulation. Its dual nature makes it a highly controversial emblem with both positive and negative interpretations. The earliest depictions of the all-seeing eye can be traced back to ancient Egypt, where it was represented as the Eye of Horus. In Egyptian mythology, Horus was a sky god associated with kingship, protection, and healing. The Eye of Horus symbolized protection, health, and the restoration of balance. Egyptians believed that the eye held powerful protective qualities and often used it as a talisman to ward off evil forces. This ancient interpretation of the symbol was largely positive and deeply rooted in spiritual reverence. In Christianity, the all-seeing eye came to symbolize God's omnipresence and divine providence, the belief that God sees all actions, thoughts, and events. The image of an eye within a triangle, representing the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, became a popular motif in religious art and architecture during the Renaissance period. It was a reminder to believers that God was always watching, offering guidance and protection to those who remained faithful. However, as time passed, the all-seeing eye took on more esoteric and controversial meanings. One of the most notable uses of the symbol is its appearance on the reverse side of the United States $1 bill, above an unfinished pyramid. This imagery, introduced in 1782 as part of the Great Seal of the United States, is often interpreted as a representation of divine guidance over the nation's development and progress. However, its association with Freemasonry, a fraternal organization often surrounded by secrecy, has fueled conspiracy theories about hidden agendas and global control. Many modern conspiracy theories associate the all-seeing eye with the Illuminati, a purported secret society believed to manipulate world events from behind the scenes. In these narratives, the eye is seen not as a symbol of divine watchfulness, but as a representation of surveillance, control, and domination. This darker interpretation has led to the symbol being viewed with suspicion and fear in certain circles. Spiritual leaders who caution against the use of the all-seeing eye often point to its modern associations with control and manipulation. They argue that displaying or embracing the symbol may inadvertently invite feelings of paranoia, fear, or spiritual confusion. For those seeking spiritual clarity and peace, removing the all-seeing eye from their surroundings may be an important step toward reclaiming a sense of autonomy and divine protection. In conclusion, the all-seeing eye is a deeply complex symbol with both sacred and sinister associations. Its evolving history highlights the power of symbolism to shape belief and perception. Whether embraced or removed, understanding the layered meanings of the all-seeing eye is essential for navigating its spiritual implications. Symbol 6. The Serpent. The serpent is one of the most ancient and complex symbols in human history, representing both wisdom and danger, healing and destruction, depending on cultural and spiritual contexts. Its dual nature has made it a significant figure in many religious and mythological traditions. However, in many spiritual circles, the serpent is also associated with temptation, deceit, and spiritual corruption, leading some to view it as a dangerous or demonic symbol. To fully understand its spiritual implications, it is essential to explore its origins, historical interpretations, and evolving meaning. In many ancient cultures, the serpent was revered as a symbol of wisdom, fertility, and transformation. In ancient Mesopotamian and Egyptian mythology, serpents were often seen as powerful protectors of sacred knowledge and royal power. For example, in Egyptian culture, the cobra was closely associated with the goddess Wadjet, a protector deity who symbolized sovereignty and divine authority. The serpent's ability to shed its skin also led to its association with renewal, immortality, and the cycle of life and death. Similarly, in Hinduism, serpents are revered as nagas, semi-divine beings that protect sacred waters and hidden treasures. Despite its positive associations, the serpent's darker interpretations are most famously rooted in the Judeo-Christian tradition. In the Bible's book of Genesis, the serpent is depicted as the tempter in the Garden of Eden. It deceives Eve into eating the forbidden fruit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, leading to the fall of humanity and expulsion from paradise. This story has cemented the serpent's image as a symbol of deceit, temptation, and spiritual downfall in Western religious thought. The serpent is often viewed as a manifestation of Satan or evil forces seeking to lead humanity away from divine truth and obedience. In Christian iconography, the serpent is frequently depicted being crushed under the heel of the Virgin Mary or Saint Michael the Archangel, representing the triumph of good over evil. This imagery underscores the belief that the serpent is a spiritual enemy that must be overcome to achieve salvation. In this context, the serpent is seen not only as a symbol of temptation, but also as a representation of spiritual rebellion and chaos. The serpent's association with occultism and dark magic further adds to its controversial nature. In some esoteric traditions, serpents are linked to hidden knowledge and forbidden practices. The serpent symbol is often used in rituals and spells that seek to harness power outside divine authority, reinforcing its connection to spiritual danger. Additionally, certain modern occult movements have adopted the serpent as a symbol of personal transformation and rebellion against traditional religious structures, further solidifying its dark reputation. Many spiritual leaders caution against embracing serpent imagery, especially for those seeking spiritual clarity and peace. They argue that the serpent's symbolic history can invite confusion, temptation, or even spiritual unrest. Removing serpent imagery from one's life and replacing it with symbols of divine light and protection can be a step toward greater spiritual alignment and peace of mind. The serpent is a deeply layered symbol with both revered and feared associations. Its role as a tempter and deceiver in religious tradition has made it a powerful emblem of spiritual conflict. Whether seen as a source of wisdom or representation of spiritual danger, the serpent's symbolism should be approached with careful discernment and understanding. In our exploration of these 6 infamous symbols, we've uncovered their complex histories and the deeper meanings many believe they carry. While some may view these symbols as mere art or cultural relics, others see them as potent representations of temptation, chaos, or spiritual deception. Whether it's the pentagram's ties to dark rituals, the serpent's role as a deceiver, or the all-seeing eye's association with control, each carries the potential to subtly influence our spiritual environment and mindset. If you're seeking peace, clarity, and spiritual alignment, removing such symbols from your life may be a powerful first step. Cleansing your space, physically and spiritually, can help break any negative influence and foster a renewed sense of positivity. It's essential to surround yourself with symbols and practices that uplift and protect your spirit, rather than inviting confusion or darkness. Ultimately, awareness is key. By understanding the hidden meanings behind these symbols, you're better equipped to make informed choices about what you allow into your life. Choose light over darkness, clarity over chaos, and peace over turmoil. Your journey to spiritual empowerment starts with taking control of your space and mindset, one conscious decision at a time.